Aloha, Scott Sylvan Bell coming to you live from Sacramento, California, May 30th, 2016. I don't know, 2:20 in the afternoon. Perfect day to talk about sales, marketing, and business. And you're like, but Scott, is it really a perfect day? I don't know, it's like 95 degrees outside. I got my Ren Spooner Aloha shirt on. Perfect day. I want to talk to you about surfing. And you're like, what? Surfing? What does that have to do with sales? It has to do a lot. So yesterday I'm on my phone because you're like, what does Scott like? Anything to do with Hawaii, Aloha shirts, and surfing, right? And food. Those are things that I like. And I'm looking through and I'm looking at the World Surfing League, the WSL, and looking at some information. And there's this dude named Kelly Slater. Now, if you don't know, Kelly Slater is like the Michael Jordan of surfing. He's won the World Championship 11 times. 11 times. To say the guy is good, guy's ridiculous. I saw him out at the Eddy 2 months ago. He walks out on the beach, the crowd goes nuts. Ah! Kelly Slater, right? Everybody's a fan. So, to get to the point, they're talking about how Kelly has invested in like indoor arena surfing. And you're like, well, what does that have to do with business? A lot, right? A lot. So think about this. You know, you got things like Lyft and Uber who have totally destroyed the taxi cab market. You got things like Airbnb and VRBO, which have totally destroyed the business of the hotels. And my thing is look, if surfing can be replicated in an arena, anything can be replicated. And you're like, no, Scott, no. My business is completely different. All right. Well, 200 years ago, if you wanted to get information back and forth to somebody, you had to write a letter. You had to have a scribe carry it, and it took forever. And then it came the telephone, and you could call somebody and go, hey, blah, 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 blah. And then came the internet. Type, email real fast. And then things like Skype, and then GoToMeeting. Like everything that you have and everything that you do is going to be disrupted. If they can replicate surfing, you can replicate anything. And you're like, but Scott, no way, my industry's different. No, it's not. You take a look at the sales world, you can get training over Skype, you can get training via CD, you can get training live, right? So for me, for my industry, I have to be able to do all three of those things and more, whatever's coming down the pipe. You got things like Snapchat, which is video. You got things like Twitter, which is text, right? There's all those things that I have to pay attention to as well. So for you, my challenge for you today is for you to go, okay, what's coming up in my industry? What's possible and what do I think could be impossible? What are some things that I could think would be impossible? You know what? 10 years ago, someone said, hey, we can replicate the waves at Waimea Bay. I'd be like, you know how big that wave is? That's ridiculous. Oh, we can replicate the waves at Jaws on Maui? No way. We can replicate the waves in Chopu and Tahiti? Oh, I didn't think you could do that, right? So there's all these things you got to think about. If they can replicate the type of a wave, because every wave is different. There's like a signature wave, like Pipeline's got a different wave than Waimea Bay does, than which Jaws does. Your industry is exactly the same. So your job is to think about what are ways that my industry could be taken down. So, you write it down. My industry could be taken down. How can technology ruin it? And you got to really think about this. And I know you don't want to because you're like, really? Technology is going to get my industry? Yes. It will at some point. It's going to catch up. I'm just letting you know. If you can replicate a wave, technology can do anything. So there you go. Your job is to figure out how that's going to happen. And it may be like something sound totally ridiculous and totally impossible, but why not take a look and say, okay, well, how would we plan for this? And it's just a matter of let's just have some questions. How would we plan for this? What would we do? What could we do? Because every industry is going to change. It's inevitable, especially with technology and everybody getting better and the Google and the internet. Just know it's going to happen, okay? So how are you going to prepare? That's your homework. Now, if you could do a small favor for me, in the box down below, leave a comment, question, or story. That'd be fantastic. To the right, to the left, there's a subscribe button. You know what you got to do. You got to subscribe. And then you can send it out to all your friends via StumbleUpon, Facebook, Twitter, Google+. Why not even LinkedIn? Scott Sylvan Bell. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Aloha.